I want to direct you today towards the people that have most impacted me personally and in my business. There's 4 principles that if you can get really good at these and then know which mentors to follow, then your business will absolutely take off. All right, here we go. Welcome to May. We are the second month into Q2 here in 2025. We are rolling. If you don't feel that momentum in your business, either you're not doing enough or you're being influenced by everybody else in the market and they're telling you that this year is not rocking and rolling real estate wise and everything else. You're too distracted. That's why today's topic, we're going to talk about who to cut out, who to focus on so you can get rid of all that fluff and all that extra stuff you don't need to focus on so that you can actually experience this feeling, this momentum in your business. So super excited to dive into that. Before we do that though, hopefully you went back and watched all the episodes from last month. They were so good. We went over negotiation. We went over the big announcement. We went over 2 different videos on sales skills that you need in order to go close a lot of business. So go back. If you've been following this year, it all starts at the end of last year with the business planning YouTube video. Then we progressed and kept going forward. The idea is that every episode builds on the previous couple episodes. And so this month we're diving into specific skills, again, that you can go acquire that I'm seeing with a lot of the top producers. And I'm seeing that a lot of those that are struggling or on the fence, not doing a lot of volume, these skills, they're missing. So we're going to use this platform to train you as hard as I can on these topics so you can go from here to here or from here all the way to the top producer chasing down your goals. So last month, it was really fun. If you followed our YouTube channel, the coaching program was released and that launched, Davis Sales Training. We've got realtors in the role play group. That's $200 a month. It runs twice a day. We got realtors in the group coaching. That's $800 a month. And there's 2 sales training calls, access to all the online modules. And then we've got the one-on-one coaching at $1,250 a month. All of them are moving so fast and we're helping realtors all over Canada and the US. Now, the brokerage side is also growing super fast. If the coaching side isn't for you, the brokerage side is more of what you want to chase to grow your business, then that's booming. We're going to be at about 30 realtors already just in a couple weeks after having launched this. If you're on the brokerage team, my commitment to you is I will fly out to your area, wherever your city is this year, and I will knock with you. Or I'll do an open house with you. Or I'll call FSBOs and expireds with you. Or I'll do your morning routine with you. Whatever you need, you get 24 hours with me. I will help your business grow. So if you need that hands-on type of mentorship, come join us on the brokerage side. It's growing really, really fast. I flew out to Orlando a couple weeks ago and I hunted down a couple agents. I knocked with them. I did an open house with them. We did a training in their area and then they came on the team. That's the type of mentorship and leadership you will get as a promise from me if you join our brokerage side. Whatever it works. Or if you're just here for the content, then that's awesome. Welcome. We're going to train you like crazy for completely free here on the channel. All right. So what to expect this month? There's 4 episodes that are going to be value packed. Hopefully you have your notebook. You're going to take a ton of notes on these 4 topics. We're going to talk about today, the mentors you should follow that will impact your sales, discipline, work ethic, your social media, content game, and also your business strategy approach. There's so many voices on YouTube. There's so many people that are claiming this and claiming that. And a lot of times they forgot to do the thing that they're actually claiming. Or their content, there's so much fluff that you have to navigate through a lot of it. It's hard to get what you actually need. So I'm going to give you a list of the top people and all those categories that I would follow. Then next week, we're going to talk about how to go get your next 5 clients. And then how to increase your close ratio by 39%. Simple strategies. So that episode is going to be really good. Then we're going to jump into the morning routine and nightly routine. These 2 practices coming from the book Compound Effect by Darren Hardy will help stabilize your emotional state. I see this all the time with realtors. If you're not controlling your emotional state or you're not managing your systems, and you're managing your emotions, then you're just going to be like a ship in the ocean going back and forth, and all of a sudden you're out of the business. You need to get better at managing your systems. Sophisticated systems get you sophisticated results. Lackluster systems get you lackluster results. Live a life by design. And we're going to talk about that in that episode. Then we're going to go over productive and efficient knocking tips from somebody that's done it for 15 years and is still knocking with realtors in groups all over the nation. There's nobody else that's willing to, with pride and passion and a smile, to say that they're knocking with realtors all over the nation. They still have the skill and they're proving it. They're walking the walk. So that episode is going to be amazing. We're going to talk about all the things that you need to do if prospecting door to door is your type of method that you want to use to go and grow your business. Okay, so let's jump into today's topic. But before we do that, you know that if you've been watching this channel for a while, put the notes aside. We prioritize education. Your education, your attention to you as your greatest asset, as the CEO of your business, is the most valuable thing that you can give to yourself and to your clients. The marketplace will always pay you in accordance to your worth. So if you're not making a lot of money, then the simple equation is I just need to go increase my worth. I need to invest in me so I can invest in others. And so last month we read 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by James C. Maxwell. Incredible book. If you're on the brokerage team or you're in the coaching program, we talk about this every week, how to apply it, where to apply it. And it was an incredible read. If you're following along on social media, make sure you go get this book, jump into John C. Maxwell's training on leadership. I brought a couple of his other books, Developing the Leader Within You 2.0. There's even a workbook that you guys can go pick up to develop yourself as a leader. He's got so many books. I think he might be the author with the most amount of books. You also have his book, The 360-Degree Leader, and then The 5 Levels of Leadership. So he's got so much literature that will help you become a better leader. Because again, if we can fix you and you can become better, then you'll do more business. People want to work with a leader, someone who's passionate about what they're doing, that's competent, and that can actually get the job done. That's leadership in a nutshell. So go get that book. Here in May, we're jumping into Simon Sinek's. If you followed along last year, we read his other book, Leaders Eat Last, an incredible book on leadership. This one is even better. This one's really good. How great leaders inspire everyone to take action when they connect the why to the how. Your buyers, sellers, investors, those that you're working with, they're more inclined to work with you if you can paint the picture of why it's important that they should do X, Y, Z. Go grab this super small book and follow along this month. Also, another announcement before we jump into today's topic. There are 5 new eBooks that I've completely rebranded and completely redesigned. So in today's episode, I'm going to announce all 5 of them with a specific keyword that you need to use in order to get that. Comment it here on YouTube, plus what you learned from today's episode. I'll respond, give you my cell phone number. If you already have it, which most of you do, then shoot me a text after you have, and I'll get you the ebook. They're rebranded. I invested a lot of money into myself to understand how to provide more value in these. You probably saw a lot of them last year. These are night and day different, branded by Davis Sales Training. I want to get those to you. Make sure you follow along. There's 5 of them that we're going to talk about in today's episode. All right, so let's talk about this. What mentors should you follow and which ones should you not follow? Like I said earlier, YouTube, social media, Instagram, especially in the real estate industry and sales, there are so many people that are telling you to do this way or to do it that way or to do it this way. And to be honest, I'm humble enough to realize that I am an accumulation of all people that I've been mentored by parasocially or in person over time. One of my favorite quotes is that we're an accumulation of that which we read, smell, the people we talk with, and those that we interact with in the books that we read. We're an accumulation of all of that. I am a master copy and paste magician in a sense. And so I want to direct you today towards the people that have most impacted me personally and in my business. There's 4 principles that if you can get really good at these and then know which mentors to follow, then your business will absolutely take off. Why this topic? I was working with a realtor that's on the coaching platform, and I had mentioned somebody to him like, hey, you should really check out this guy. I bet he would help your current problem. He went and checked him out. He's like, oh my gosh, I love this guy. How did I not know he existed? And sometimes because I've been in the game for so long, I forget, a lot of these people you guys probably haven't even heard of. So before we jump into this, make a list of each topic and who are you being mentored by right now on this topic. So the 4 topics are discipline and mindset. Who's positively or negatively affecting you right now? Because remember, one of the greatest quotes from Tony Robbins is that energy flows where attention goes. So where we put our attention is where the energy comes from. And the energy creates a meaning. And that meaning leads to the actions and decisions we make. You're either in the abundance mindset loop or you're in the scarcity mindset loop, dependent on who you're listening to. One of the best books on this is Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect. And he talks about inputs and outputs. Trash in, trash out. A lot of the times we don't realize we're filling our brains and our minds with crap. And in the YouTube world, there's so much crap out there. Or a lot of people are posting 2-hour videos and you get completely lost and you can't come in and actually learn the tactical skills to come in, take notes, and get out. That's what I've built this channel on, is to be completely different so you can come in, take notes, and get out. That's literally, we should put that on a t-shirt. That's the philosophy here on the platform. So here are the 4, and I want you to ask yourself, who's mentoring you, good or bad, on these 4 things? The first one is discipline and mindset. Who are you listening to that's either causing you to have a better mindset or killing your mindset? A lot of times it's the radio or podcasts in the real estate world and investors and lenders and mortgage officers that are just completely killing our mindset, that the home sales are down and the buy sales are down and the world's coming to an end and the tariffs, all this crap. Or on the flip side, are you listening to people that help you have a sharper mindset, that are helping you focus and be driven and go chase your dreams? Because if you look at history, it tends to repeat itself. Most of the best companies like Apple and Nike and Amazon and all these companies that we use every day, those companies came more often than not during the dark times. They came when the economy was crap or when things weren't going well. That's when these ideas came out. So usually, again, if you're looking at the right things or the wrong things, that will determine the meaning you give to the emotions you're feeling, and that goes to the actions that are implemented or not implemented in your business. So here's my list that I would have you go and be mentored by. Remember, you don't have to pay these people. You don't have to be in person with them. Just be parasocially mentored by them by listening to them more often throughout the week. So here's my list. Ed Mylett. If you're not listening to Ed Mylett, he's probably one of the most listened to people that I have chosen to give my attention to over the last 15 years. You'll absolutely love his content. It's so fun to watch him grow and develop and spend more time with his kids and his wife, and now that his business is kind of on repeat. But I'd go listen to Ed Mylett. The second one is James Lawrence, the Iron Cowboy. He did 50 Ironmans in 50 states in 50 days. And then he ramped it up and did 100 Ironmans in 100 days in the same spot. And I actually did it with him that 100th day. And it was an incredible experience to realize how you have to understand how to control your mind. That little guy or girl that's on your shoulder, got to be familiar with them so that you can coach yourself through the negative thoughts that they give you. The other one would be Jocko Willink. Go listen to him. Incredible leader from the Navy SEALs that will train you on discipline. No BS, black and white discipline training. You'll absolutely change your life and your business by being more disciplined. And the other one I would listen to that I've loved recently is David Goggins. Obviously, you guys probably know who that is, but if you really listen to him, go buy his books, buy one of his online seminars. If you're willing to be humble and you're willing to strip all your pride and just stand in the mirror and look at yourself and be honest, then go listen to him. It might be too intense if you're not willing to do that. But if you just strip yourself of all the pride and you are willing to go to him and just listen about how I can be more disciplined and focused, that will completely change your life, which then in turn changes your business life. Okay, so look at my list and look at your list. Compare the two. and figure out how you can either get rid of the ones that don't need to be there or add the ones that should be there. Because remember, energy flows where attention goes. So put your attention on the right things. The energy will build behind it, and you'll be more driven to go accomplish your goals. The next one is sales. So sales and real estate. Now make your list. If you're a realtor watching this, you're probably going to put 5 people that I would guess and assume on your list that a lot of people listen to. And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're not right. It's that sometimes their content is so long and it's so in left field. It's not really what the realtors or salespeople need in the nitty-gritty weeds of the everyday life as a real estate or salesperson, real estate agent or a salesperson. So these are the people that I would put on there that will help your business completely take off, that you'll learn more from them than anybody else in the real estate space. First one is Jeremy Miner. If you want to learn on tonality, body language, and closing more deals versus doing more volume, some real estate coaches tell you to do more volume, more volume, more volume. Go find the low-hanging fruit. Eventually you'll find somebody. Why not just do it in way less time and talk to 10 people and close 4? That's called getting better at your craft, sharpening your saw, like Stephen Covey talks about in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's just like Steph Curry. Steph Curry shoots a lot of volume. He shoots 500 shots a day. In the course of his career, he's shot 2.4 million shots in practice. And he's still doing it at age 37 in the playoffs on a high level on the ultimate stage. And most realtors aren't doing that. You're not sharpening your saw. So go learn from Jeremy Miner. He'll completely change how you communicate and present. The other one would be Vin. His handle is Ask Vin. He'll teach you on presenting and public speaking. That part of sales is so important as a realtor when you're talking to people for the first time, doing a buyer consultation, at a listing appointment. Those are mini TED Talks. You're basically presenting on a stage, which is their house or wherever you meet them. You got to learn to create interest and spike curiosity, because when those are there, you have attention, and attention is king. If you can have their attention long enough, then you can help them solve their problems. The next one would be Alex Hormozi. I have pulled more all-nighters because that son of a gun in the past year, but I absolutely love his content. I would go consume as much as you can, as fast as you can, and it'll help your business grow. And one principle I've learned from him is, again, a lot of people talk on YouTube and social media about this and that and overdo this and that, but he actually did it and is training on what he did. And that is probably one of the ultimate skills that a trainer can have, is actually having that resume. So go listen to Alex Hormozi. The next 2 would be Brian Tracy. Like we've talked about in the past, go read his book, Psychology of Selling. It's like the Bible of sales. I built my business on that book and that philosophy. Question-based selling, psychology of selling, and using a lot of body language, tonality, looking at yourself as a CEO. You'll learn a ton from him. And the last one would be Taylor McCarthy and Sam Taggart. If you're prospecting door to door, or if you're not, these 2 will teach you more about sales than most people in the real estate industry. I promise you that, because the amount of homes they've been in, the amount of prospects they've been in the past 15 to 20 years will blow your mind. And the results they've had, being at the top of the top for as long as they've had, there's just no one else that's as good as those 2. And so I would go follow them. They both have a YouTube channel. They both have ways that you can learn from them. I have a lot of their books that I've bought off of Amazon. If you really go all in on these people under the sales and real estate category, your business will take off. Now, take a look at your list. How's your list in comparison to my list? Who are you listening to that's positively or negatively affecting your business? And is there room to add any of these people? And if you added them, how would your business change? Would it go up or would it go down? Well, what's your business currently doing? If you're not selling 4 to 6 homes a month, then you could probably look for some room for improvement. And I would highly recommend to go put one of those people into your schedule throughout the week to be parasocially mentored by them. All right, the next category, this list is long, mainly because I've invested so much into this over the past 12 months, is the social category, social media and content. There are even people I'm thinking of right now that I didn't even put on here because I've had so many coaches, been mentored by so many people this past 12 months to figure out YouTube and Instagram and social media and funnels. And I just remembered another person that I need to put on here. But this list is pretty long, so I'm going to go through these pretty quick. But before I do that, again, make your own list. Who is positively or negatively influencing your content game? Remember, if you knock doors for 4 hours, your prospecting stops. If you have one piece of content that goes viral, semi-viral, or you're consistent over time, that content will prospect for you for the rest of time. That content will go and find your ideal clients and bring them back to you. I invested heavy into this last year as I grew the old platform and I'm growing the new one because I needed to understand social media. So I got all the coaches and bought all the books. And the time that I invested in this was probably the most heavy time investment in any skill that I've ever put in. And that's why the results have completely taken off. I also have a course on this that's coming out. So make sure you check the website and I'll announce it when it comes out on content creation. I've got another one on social media you guys can go check out on the website. I've got another free video that I did a couple months ago on this topic. But besides all of that, here are the people that I would follow. And then check your list and see who are you following. And again, if you're not producing content, then you probably need all these people to parasocially mentor you because content is king. Those that have the branding and the messaging and the content are the ones that can help more people because you can only do so much with your two legs. So here's my list. Tessa Bella out of Arizona. I've done a couple seminars with her. We've worked together. I have a course on door knocking in her school. You guys will absolutely love Tessa and your business will blow up because you follow what she preaches. The next one is Paige Steckling. I partnered with her when I came over to Real from EXP so that I could just be around her more and be exposed to her thinking and her habits and how she did social media. And it's been so fun. I traveled with her recently to Cincinnati and to Chicago and to Louisville and to Arizona and other places. And it's been a complete blast. Go follow her. She is the queen of real estate listing videos. She'll help you a ton. The next one would be Cassidy. I just flew out to Orlando and I worked with Cassidy and I did a seminar with her and I door knocked with her. She's got over 100,000 followers on social media. She used to be a CrossFit athlete turned CrossFit athlete, content creator, now realtor, and her online presence on Instagram is incredible. She just joined our brokerage team and it's been super fun to collaborate with her. If you're a realtor in the Orlando area and you watch this, reach out to Cassidy or myself and come and work with us so that we can help you blow up your social media game out there in Orlando. The other one is Jimmy Conover. If you guys go follow him, he's a realtor out in Idaho. He specializes in getting leads off of Instagram. And he has a course on this and he has a coaching platform on this. And to be honest, I don't think there's anyone better than Jimmy on messaging, on storytelling, on music, on connecting with your avatar. I literally don't think there's anyone better than him. If you guys are wanting to grow your social media game and you're a real estate agent, I would reach out to him 100% as fast as you can so that your business completely blows up. You guys will love listening to him. Okay, the next one is Ashley Walker. If you go on Instagram, her handle is Hey Ashley Walker. She's actually the first person that I followed and was mentored by on the real estate content side on Instagram. And it's been really fun to have learned from her, gone through her program and advanced my skill set to another coach, which then led to another coach. But she was like the OG. She was one of my first favorite follows because she was so good at the POV and she was so good at talking on camera and talking to her clients. You guys will learn a ton from her. All right, okay, the next one is Katie. I think you say Yoakum or Yoakum. It's Katie Yoakum. I'll have my team put it here on the screen. She, again, has her own coaching platform. She's in Idaho, and her POV, her messaging, her storytelling is incredible. Go learn from her because she's actually converting deals. Again, social media, you got to be really careful because a lot of people that have a lot of followers and they're not converting. So you got to make sure you follow the right ones that will help you actually convert deals. So she's an incredible one. Then I would go follow Luke Dobson. I've been in Luke Dobson's social media and ad mastermind coaching platform for the last year. You can follow him on YouTube. You can follow him on Instagram. You can reach out to him, get in his coaching platform. You'll be with me in the mastermind. But I've learned more about ads, talking on camera, and actually converting clients in the DMs, more so from Luke than anybody else. That is an incredible page to go follow. You'll love Luke. He's really good at what he does. He helps local service-based companies go and convert deals. You can apply the same principles to sales and real estate because you don't have to be the best. You just have to be the best known. That's it. Sometimes that's really all it takes, and he'll teach you how to do that. And the last one is Gary Vee. Obviously, you can't mention social media without Gary Vee. Some of his books are absolutely incredible. They'll change your life. Day Trading Attention, Jab, Jab, Right Hook, and all of his other ones. You guys will love his. So if you're trying to get more exposure, which if you're in sales and you're in real estate, that's your number one hurdle is 1, you, and then 2, exposure. And so the exposure game, I would go follow all those people that I just mentioned. All right, the last one, business. You are an independent contractor. You're the CEO of your business. The company is You Inc. You have to learn to live a life by design. And so there's certain people that I have followed. There's really only 4 that have impacted my life for the last 15 years. If you go follow them, I guarantee you that your business efficiency and where you place your attention will absolutely skyrocket. You'll become better. Your business will grow and thrive by following these 4 people. The first one is Jeff Mendez. He's got a podcast you can go follow him on Instagram. Jeff Mendez taught me to focus on systems and not emotions or people. Let the systems manage the emotions and people. Sophisticated systems yield sophisticated results. Lackluster systems yield lackluster results. That was Jeff Mendez. That was him. He is the one that has taught me how to live a life by design with intention. And so I would go follow him, listen to his podcasts. He's an incredible parasocial mentor that will impact the overall quality of your life. The other one is Baugh. If you've received my morning routine packets or nightly routine packets or the new weekly planning packet, a lot of that strategy comes from Casey. It comes from him. And so make sure that you go and give him a follow his Instagram and his podcast case studies. Your business will absolutely explode. If you want to see the new weekly planning ebook that's based off of his strategy that I've applied over the last 10, 12, 15 years, then in the comments, comment weekly planning ebook and why you want it. I'll respond to you. And if you have my cell, which most of you do, shoot that over to me. And then I'll get you that new ebook. That'll help you be more focused and live a life by design and on purpose, because everything's created twice, spiritually and physically. You got to learn how to design that. You do that on Sundays. The next one would be Alex Hormozi. Obviously, I've talked about him before. A lot of the strategies I train realtors on and salespeople come from Hormozi in the past year or 2. I would highly recommend to go be parasocially trained by him in regards to growing your business in ways that actually grow the business. The last one would be Dan Martell. Dan Martell's got a great book called Buy Back Your Time. That's how I first found out about him. And he talks about leveraging activities that allow you to buy back your time. So 2 activities he talks about is your morning routine and nightly routine. Again, I've got brand new ebooks on these. So if you want the morning routine, 1, comment 5 a.m. club and why you want it. And I'll send out the brand new ebook to you so that you can get that. Also the nightly planning, he talks about that as well. If you want the new ebook on nightly planning, comment night owl and why you want that. And I'll get that ebook out to you. That's 3 new ebooks that you can have that'll help your business be more efficient. But Dan Martell will teach you how to buy back your time. A lot of times he talks about how we're driving a Ferrari with the brake on. You got to get rid of the processes that are slowing you down. It's kind of like a rocket. When a rocket gets off the ground, it gets up in the air. And what does it do? It loses the parts it doesn't need. As a salesperson and as a realtor, a lot of times we're holding on to parts that are slowing us down. You got to get rid of those things. Okay, so check your list. Who did you put under business strategy? Who are you being mentored by right now? And then compare it to the list that I gave you. Remember, energy flows where attention goes. And so if you can put your attention on, let's say, 20 people versus 20,000 people that are all over Instagram and social media trying to get you to do this and that, and they just forgot to do the actual doing before they started teaching. But if you can get rid of 99% of them and focus on the people that will actually give you a return on your time, then your business will blow up. If you're struggling with your attention, I just created a new ebook on attention, on business planning, vision boards, and schedules. That ebook is 100 million times better than the one I created last year. If you have the last one, this one puts it to shame. So comment down below, attention is king. That's the phrase, attention is king. And I'll make sure I get you that ebook. That ebook will help you understand how to go build a business plan, how to build a vision board, and how to put it on your schedule. Because remember, this industry has become so easy. It's those that can control their attention and put it on the right things, eliminate distractions, and simply work and show up. Those are the realtors, those are the salespeople, regardless of your industry, that are actually winning. Show up, eliminate distractions, and put your attention on the right things. That's it. And so in that ebook, the fourth ebook that I just mentioned will help you go and grow your business. Now, all this doesn't matter if you're not taking care of you. It doesn't matter, because if you can't control your emotions, then what'll happen is you'll just be swayed left and right like a boat in the sea in a storm. And if you can't learn to control your state of being, then it doesn't matter. All the stuff we talked about today doesn't matter. So the last ebook that I want to give out is on energy management. It's on state. I've been in the Tony Robbins program for 5 years now. I put everything that I've learned on energy management and state of being and being in a peak state, which our new company, Davis Sales Training Peak State Performance, is built on, into this ebook. I'll give it out to you. Comment down below, state of being, and why you want it. And then I'll respond to you, shoot me a text, and I'll get that out to you. These 5 ebooks will help you put attention on the right things. These people that I listed will parasocially mentor you and train you and coach you and influence you in a positive way so you can go do more business. I hope this episode was super, super beneficial because, again, come in, take notes, get out. I work with a lot of realtors. I work with a lot of you that reach out, and there's similar trends no matter what market you're in. And if we can fix these little tiny tweaks, then your business will completely take off. Well, this is one of them. You got to pay attention to the right people. You got to listen to the right teachings. Otherwise, you're going to completely drown yourself with the amount of information that's available. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. You're not going to want to miss next week's episode on how to go get your next 5 deals and increase your close rate by 39% so that you can help more families and put more money in your bank account.